Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin. It is Saturday, which means it's time for my weekly roundup. Yeah! So, I am giggling because this is my third attempt to start the video. First I started and I had a weird coughing fit, so I was like, you're 30 seconds in, just start over. So I restarted and my battery went out. So now, here we are. You're going to see me multiple times today. I realized I biffed it yesterday and didn't post anything, so I have things that must be posted, and then I do want to do my Fridays with Fred. Those are dogs outside the door. I thought it might be a child. Well, now maybe it's a child. Hey, what's up, honey? Yes, you can have a snack. Yeah. What are you going to get?
I got a gift.
Okay. I lost my whole train of thoughts. Okay, so I'm trying to do this earlier today, to get this out earlier so I have time to put up my other videos. I'm going to combine, I have two drawings I was supposed to do yesterday. I'm going to combine them into one video, and then I will be posting a Fridays with Fred. I don't want that to get away from me again in 2025. So, I apologize, you're going to see me 3 times today. Hopefully they will be shorter, succincter videos if I don't blabber on forever. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Should we just... Because I was supposed to open one of these yesterday's with Fridays with Fred. Should I save one for the Fridays with Fred video later? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm just going to open one. This is my Dragon Horde 12-Day Advent, the Gauntlet, based on the Fourth Wing books, the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros. And let's see what day 10 has in store. Oh, this is beautiful. It's Threshing. This one is called Threshing, and it's beautiful reds, oranges with blacks in it. This is very pretty. And I think this one will actually show up. No, get my face off the camera. Focus on the yarn. There we go. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Of course, threshing is where the dragons pick their rider. There you go. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Okie dokie. Now, my weekly roundup is where we talk about my week in crafting. Whips and FOs. I did not grab my book because I want this to be quick, quick, quick. So let's do it. I have no finished objects. Well, I have finished objects, but they're the Wipeout Wednesday washcloths, so we're not going to talk about those. We are going to talk about first. This is a hat I've been working on with some extra Hayfield Spirit. Very beautiful. I love this color. It's 4015, a lovely, lovely shade. This is a DK yarn, 100 grams, 345 meters, 377 yards. This yarn came from the UK. It either came from a wool. Yeah, that unicorn is for you when we get a shirt ready for you to iron it onto, okay? Awesome. Go have your chips. I either got it from a purchase I made at the Wool Warehouse, which I don't think I did. I believe this came from Daniel at Paw Ply Yarn. It either came from a D-stash box I bought from him, or I sent him on an adventure to go shopping in the UK for me and send me some yarn. I really feel like it came from that shopping trip. But, yeah, I love this yarn. It's gorgeous. I crocheted with it, and I wanted to see how it knit up. So I decided to whip up a hat. There's no pattern. I just made this up in my noggin. The needles are stuck in funny because I'm in the middle of a decrease round, and I wanted to try to remember. So it's just a simple cable hat, knit in the round. I'm nearly done with this. I'm on a decrease round, so I'm working on the crown now. It should be absolutely done next week. I can't see any reason. That spiral thing is my needle. This is my start of round marker. On the inside of the hat, I have a stitch marker so I can count rounds for the cable, but it's on the inside because I find it easier to count in reverse stockinette. I find it easier to count the back side because the knit stitches are easier to see, the little V's. What else do I have? Okay, I had a goal. If you recall, I had 3 goals. I met one of them. And that goal that I met was to put the last of that final skein of yarn, well, not final, second skein of yarn into this project. What is this project? This is my Wrap Me Up Sweater Scarf by Knititude. It is a paid pattern I got on Ravelry, roughly $6 US. It's in Canadian prices though. So I have a new stitch marker here. I'll explain what's going on. This is, in the end, this is going to be around 100 inches long. Of course, all of our tape measures are usually around 60. So, there's the sleeve part. There's this. There's a new orange stitch marker here. That marks the 50-inch mark. So I can just measure from here going forward. You can't see that, can you? Oh, man. Okay, I can see it when I need to measure, and that's all that matters. So, last week, here I am. That's all that's left. We were here when I started my finish it journey, and I finished it. So there we go. I was working so hard. It was on New Year's Eve. I wanted to get that last, I love that sparkle, man. That last ball of yarn into this in 2024, and I did at about 6 p.m. on New Year's Eve. I was working on the dinner, and while things were in the oven, I was knitting away, and I did it. Okay, so this is going to, I need to backtrack. Organize your thoughts, Erin. Just because you're going fast doesn't mean you need to be disorganized. Okay, I like the idea of having a priority project each week. This is my priority project. I want this thing done. So I am going to make this my priority project to try to finish. What that means is, is there is that a sock? Why do I have, did I need a 9-inch circ on this at all? Why do I have a 9-inch circ? It's shoved in this bag. I don't feel like I needed a 9-inch circ. US 6 4mm. I must have used the 9-inch circ in place of the DPNs. Is that what I did? Bet you that's what I did. Anyway, I'm having brain farts left and right. This is, I'm using Hayfield Bonus Glitter, Extra Value Double Knitting, 100 gram balls. This colorway is 0222. So 222 with a 0 in front, made in Turkey. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is so sparkly. In the U.S., I got this from the Wool Warehouse. It was on clearance. And my very first Wool Warehouse order. In the U.S., I'm seeing it saying discontinued, but I'm told you can still get it in the U.K. So if you're in the U.K., I highly recommend that yarn. Anyway, backtrack again, Erin. You're disorganized. I want a priority project, so I'm going to pick 3 projects that are kind of what I want to focus on, but I'm still going to work a little bit, at least touch all the other projects in my current whip pool. So this is priority 1. I want this done. I've been working on it since October. I'm ready to finish it. So my goal this week, I have 17 inches until I get to the end of the body of that thing. I really want my goal to be to finish that, but that's a stretch goal. I have never, since I've started working on it, done over a foot in a week. So it's a stretch. I doubt I can do it, but that's my priority project. I'm going to try. I would really like to finish the body of that sweater scarf this week. Now that might mean some other projects fall to the wayside a bit. That might be what has to happen. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. These are all new experiments to try for 2025. I also am working on this project. This is my nighttime project before I put the kiddos to bed, or while I'm putting the kiddos to bed. This is a Grow With Me sweater tunic thing. I'm not sure what it's going to end up being because I've got 5 of these balls of Premier Fruits yarn. They are 50 gram balls, 235 yards, and 1.75 ounces or 50 grams, 215 meters. They are 93% acrylic, 7% PBT. There's the label. I'm using the colorway Grape, Plum. And so this is inspired by Shannon from Another Yarn. She makes these for her grandkids. And basically the idea is you make maybe a sweater that's a little bit big for them now, but this yarn is very, very stretchy. So it's one they can grow into, and then it can continue to stretch a little bit, and as they grow taller, if it's more of a tunic, or if it's more of a dress, it can become a tunic. If it's more of a tunic, it can become a top type situation. You know what I'm talking about? So that's the idea. Basically what I'm going to do is work the body until I finish this ball of yarn. It's almost done. And then I'm going to work on the sleeves, and that will tell me how much yarn I have left for the whole body of the garment, and then we can figure out what it's going to be. If I have enough, I'll make it a little flared dress, even if it's a shorty dress that she has to wear leggings under. This is, of course, for Bingo. Last week I said I was a couple rows from splitting for the sleeves, and here I have split for the sleeves, and I've made it another couple inches here. I guess this is what I've done. Probably about 2 inches there. And there we go. So hopefully by next time I will be done with this ball of yarn and maybe be starting the sleeves. And see, I'm thinking little shorty sleeves, kind of cap sleeve-esque, but we'll see. So I'm going to add a couple of rows here to finish the armhole and tighten it up. And then I do plan on putting at least 5 rows of ribbing. Here for the collar I have 10 rows of ribbing, but I feel like 5 rows for a sleeve is a little better. We'll see though. It's going to be whatever moves me in the moment. This whole thing is no pattern. It's just me playing around in my head, you know, freehanding a garment for her. It's fun. I like doing it. And what else do I have? Okay, so this week I had 3 priority projects. Let's go second priority project was it? No, it wasn't this. It was my blanket. Okay, so I gotta move this to talk about the blanket. My second goal after I finished that skein of yarn was to add an entire ball of remaining Hirschner's Neon Lights to that blanket I've been making. It's a creative grandma blanket. I think it's called like the Cuddle Baby or something. I don't know. It'll be linked down below. I worked a whole lot on it. I still have a ton of this ball left, and I've already doubled the size. So I must have had, well, just about doubled the size. I must have had a lot more blue left than the Vegas color, the variegated color. But here we go. This is the front side. So this will still be my second priority project. I'm going to pull forward the goal of finishing this yarn. I mean, given that we were doing Betwixtmas here, I think I did pretty good. I don't know how much we can actually expect to get done in that period between New Year's and Christmas, you know? But here we go. I like it. I think it's got a really cool texture. The texture gets lost a little bit there, but you can see it in the solid color. I think it's really fun. I'm loving it. And I don't know where this blanket is going. I don't know how big this blanket is going to end up. I'm just working on it until I feel like it's done. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook on it, and All of the yarn is leftover Hirschner's Neon Lights from previous blankets I made for the kiddos. This blue is really staticky. This blue is called Brilliant Blue. So there we go. Blanket 2 didn't quite meet the goal, but in my head, this was about as big as the blue swatch was going to be. So I think I met my goal of what it was going to be in my head. But I didn't meet the real goal. So this goal pulls forward, but this is again going to be priority 2 projects. This is priority 2 because I am done with having that box of leftover balls in my bedroom. So I want to get that box out of there. So that's why this is priority 2. Priority 3 project was my Hohi Locatelli Spectre sweater that I am knitting with my 2023 Advent calendar from Ginger Snap Yarns. I made 1 row progress on it. But 1 row is 1 row and progress is progress. So this is how much of that 20 gram mini I have left. And this is what the sweater is looking like. I want to keep showing it to keep myself honest. But there you go. What is cool is I have currently reached the point where all of the special stitches are done. So it's just going to be knits and purls from now on. No more cables, no more bud stitches. Which will be nice. Will definitely help me stay on track a little better. Get a little bit more work done on it. Because those cables and bud stitches, they slow you down. This is still going to be my 3rd priority project. But I'm not going to set a goal on how much I do. Because my goal last time was to finish this 20 gram skein. Maybe that's just what I do. Just keep pulling forward and hoping I finish that. But I don't know. I don't think that sounds like it's in the spirit of setting a goal. Because I want the goals to be stretch. Like they're a challenge, but not so hard that I don't complete them. And I didn't complete the 3 goals I had for last week. So setting another 3 goals seems silly. Especially when I know the first goal is one I have never attained. So I feel like just doing the goal of finishing the body of that sweater scarf and getting this Neon Lights remnant done, I think that's a good goal for a week. So that's what we're going with. What else do I have? Okay. I am still... 2024 was my year of amigurumi. I was making all of the amigurumi in this book, Crochet Cute Critters by Sarah Zimmerman. When it ended, I was working on Lily the Lamb. I am still working on Lily the Lamb. I am going to keep moving forward on this, mostly because the kids are so excited. As I've said before, amigurumi I don't think is going to be my thing, but the kids love it, and I love seeing their faces. And I did buy a whole lot of amigurumi books because I thought amigurumi was going to be my thing. So I do have a lot of patterns to do, and the kids are excited about so many of them. So they will keep me going. I did 5 more rounds on the lamb's head. I feel a little bad about this, but like I said, it was Betwixtmas, and I met other goals, and this is a low priority project, so I don't think I should feel bad. Progress was made. Progress is progress. 1 stitch is progress, as Shannon says. So, this will continue going. I will see. Maybe next week we'll have a noggin. Who knows? What else? Okay, I can put these back in this bag for better transport. And then I have this bag. So I have been making, I never talk about the yarn I use for my amigurumi. It's really just scrap value acrylic that I have partial balls left over. There I'm using a Premier Basics in gray, and I think the white is Loops and Threads. Yeah, it's the Loop and Threads value acrylic. And then I have been making for my husband. Bod has an almond stitch shawl collar cardigan that she did 2-3 months ago now. Eric, her husband, is modeling it in the picture. It's kind of mustard colored. She's actually used in that the Hayfield bonus Aran tweed that I used for Brian's very first knit sweater I made him, which was the New Beginnings cardigan from Fridays with Fred. But she uses the mustard colorway. I had a bunch of this Red Heart Comfort in it's like coffee tweed or something. And Brian loved it and said he wanted that sweater made out of it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm still working on the back panel. I thought there was a chance I finished the back panel last week. I did not, of course. I need 3.5 more inches. 3.5 more inches and this will be done. So this, in all likelihood, should finish this next week. But I said that last week. So who knows? There were a couple days where I did not touch this. When I do work on that, I try to do, it's a 4-round repeat, so I try to just do at least a 4-round repeat a day on it. I feel like if I can do the 4-round repeat a day on that, it will get done this week. But we'll see. Okay, I've already got my Fridays with Fred in here so I can redo the video. The final project I have to share is my daughter's dress. I did, let's drop a big loop so I don't lose it. I did finish that tier and attached the tier, and now I'm just working on the bottom. I was going to repeat this color, the gray and pink at the bottom here, but I think what I'm actually going to do is just do a little white border and then put a shell on the bottom. So that's what I'm working on. I'm going to do 2 rounds to kind of increase it a little bit, and then we'll finish that off. She is so excited. This dress is so heavy, guys. I think I miscalculated what I was doing here. We'll see. But she is excited for it, so it might look like a ball gown on her for a while, but I think that's what she wants. Let's be honest. All little girls want ball gowns. Well, I guess I shouldn't say all. Most little girls want ball gowns. What else? I did start a new, because kids went back to school on Friday, I started a brand new car project. It's a pair of socks. I have decided, because I was kind of wavering there, but I think socks are a great car project, so that's what I'm going to keep doing. It is a pattern, and I picked the yarn out for it, and Chomps was in here, and I was like, hey, or I was winding the yarn, and I was like, hey, do you want these socks? Thinking there's no way he wants these colors, and he wants the socks. So, that's okay. I told Brian that story. He's like, well, yeah, he wants anything you make for him. So, he would say yes no matter what. I'm like, oh. But I want him to say yes when it's things that he really wants. You know, I don't want him to feel like, oh, Mom offered it, so I gotta take it. You know what I mean. But he says he's very excited for it. It is a lemon yellow and mint green, kind of a houndstoothy pattern. So it's going to be kind of my first color work socks. I'm excited. I'm very excited. You'll see those when I finish a sock. I just leave the car project in my car, because frankly I forget to go get it. Okie dokie. So that is all I have here for my weekly roundup. I do have a calendar. I have tried to plan things out so I can share what you can look forward to. Oh man. Okay, I really tomorrow want to have my Krafting Kitty Creator Spotlight for December done. I have not worked on it, though. We'll see. Hopefully I can get it done. No promises, guys. Monday will be my Yarn Management Monday continuing. On Tuesday, we will be tackling it. On Wednesday, I'll do the Wednesday Wipeout. And then on Thursday, did you know Joann's has some new yarn? I saw it on the app. Of course, it is not in my store, so I had to order it. My order has arrived. So Thursday, we're going to look at that. Friday, I'll be back with Fridays with Fred. And then Saturday, next week, we'll be back here again with another weekly roundup. So that's the plan. Of course, it's subject to change and life happens, but I do have a plan. There we go. I'd love to know what you're planning in this next week. Do you have any projects that are exciting you? Did you do the cast on 12 projects? I saw Linda Simpson posting about it on Instagram. And I was like, nope, Erin, this is not for you. This post is not for you. Because 2025 is about tackling it. We are tackling the yarn collection. We are tackling my whip piles. If I cast on 12 more projects, that is just adding to the whip mayhem. And I cannot afford that right now. But it's tempting. It was a fun idea. I like the idea. Yeah, did you get any new yarn in? Are you trying to do a shop your stash for 2025? That is going to be my focus. You're still going to see some yarn purchases, like this new Joann's yarn, let's be honest. But, oops, nope, I don't want that. I want that. But yeah, I really want to focus on managing the yarn collection and getting as much yarn out of storage and into circulation as I can. And if that means into circulation in my collection or into circulation rehoming it, we're going to do what we have to do. Yeah, I'm motivated. I'm excited. It might be the hope of a new year, but we're going to ride it as long as we can, aren't we? Okay, I love you all. I'm going to stop blabbering so I can edit. Talk to you later. Bye!